Hey guys, this is Godzilla Fan 64, and I'm here with another toy review. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the update on my channel, but I'm now doing reviews on Saturdays. Mostly because it's more convenient for me, and I'm having technical difficulties all of a sudden. But anyway, as promised, this is the long-anticipated and requested, since G-Fest anyway, review of Titanosaurus. So yeah, this, I just must say at the beginning, is a pretty decent figure. It's not the best, not the worst. So yeah, let's start with the review. I'm just going to start with history, just to get it over with. Oh wait, before I start on his history, I'm going to show you his tag. Hang on. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you this. This is how I keep all my tags stored. Just a black binder with all these pages. Yeah, basically what Ultraman Kronos does. If you saw that one video, I forget which one it is. Anyway, here's his tag. He's from the new Movie Monster series, and his card is reversed for some reason. Opens this way. And the inside is different. It just shows a bunch of different figures from that line. So yeah, he's one of the newer releases. I think it's the 2004-2005 one. And it's not the Toy Dream Project one, it's just the Bandai one. Although I was hoping for the Toy Dream Project one, but it's a lot more rare. So yeah, let's start out with history. Yeah. The way Titanosaurus goes, he's more of an accidental destroyer. There's hints in the movie that he's normally peaceful, but he's this dinosaur, and he's discovered by, this evil scientist who wants to revenge on humanity named Dr. Mifune. And, Dr. Mifune, tells everyone that he can control him, and, he's basically kicked out of science, and he wants revenge on mankind. So, a long time later, Titanosaurus starts destroying stuff, and everyone's wondering, what's doing this? And, they capture the sound of his his dying elephant roar. So yeah, it's eventually revealed that Dr. Mifune was recruited by the Simian army, the ones with Mechagodzilla, to, destroy humanity, and, Dr. Mifune just is having a bad day, so he releases Titanosaurus earlier than he's supposed to. So yeah, Titanosaurus just goes on a rampage, and his daughter is a cyborg, and she's the one controlling Titanosaurus. And, Dr. Mifune is given, one more chance. And eventually, Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus are total noobs, and they double-team Godzilla. But Titanosaurus is beaten and thrown into the sea, and he's never mentioned again. Until Unleashed. Hang on, let me move my camera. Anyway, so yeah, let's move on to the figure itself. Start off with, as usual, articulation. He has pretty good articulation, just the usual beast articulation. His head can rotate 360, as so. And that's my favorite part of this figure, his head. His eyes actually look really good, and he just has a lot of detail on his face. Teeth are individually sculpted, and they're super tiny. So. Arms rotate 360. You kind of have to bend this one out like that to prevent him from scraping his legs. And I don't know if you can see that, but I guess the previous owner didn't. And his claws are pretty scuffed. Legs can rotate 360. Pretty stiff, though. And the tail can rotate. And the tail is pretty much the only part I don't like of this figure. Well, the tail and this back fin here. They're both rather stubby. I mean, I know he had a super short tail in the movie anyway, but it just looks rather stubby to me. I don't know if it just made stubby and fat. And Goji73 mentioned this, but, I don't know if this is supposed to be there, but the continuation of his belly scales onto his leg. Just some minor stuff, though. I do not like the yellow stripe on his face, or gold more like. Maybe it's just me. Those are about the only complaints I can come up with, other than, just really minor stuff, which would just come off as nitpicking. So yeah, let's move on to paint job. Other than the gold I mentioned right here, he has a fantastic paint job. He's he's painted just an overall orangish red color with each little bump on his body individually painted black. And I love the way on his claws and toenails how the white kind of fades into the red rather than just being really abrupt. Like, for example, on like on the 2004 Godzilla. See, it doesn't fade in. It just kind of abruptly ends. Whoa, that was a fail on my part. Anyway, yeah, I just like the way it blends like that. Has a really interesting effect. And yes, he would be good in stop motion just because of the way his joints move. He's made of a pretty soft vinyl. So unless you squeeze him from the front, then it's pretty tough. And his legs are pretty tough too. Anyway, let's go into size comparisons. First off, this is the only Showa Godzilla I have besides, 54. So I'm just going to size him up with the 1968 Godzilla. This looks pretty good, but Titanosaurus was gigantic in the movie, so he should be maybe that big. That works pretty well. So you can have them duke it out. And Godzilla would pwn him. And if you wanted, he could. Yeah, it's really weird, but Titanosaurus can pick people up with his mouth, which is really weird, kind of like a grapple attack. It was featured in Godzilla Unleashed, just kind of as a reference. And also, one more thing I don't like about his character in Unleashed. In Terror of Mechagodzilla, his only weakness is sonic waves. But in Unleashed, they give him a sonic wave beam. Like, why would they ever do that? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But anyway, next let's size him up with... I'm not going to size him up with Mechagodzilla because I already did that in Mechagodzilla's review. So let's size him up with two evil Showa alien buddy things. First is the new YMSF Megalon, which, spoiler alert, 2 weeks from now, this review will be up on Saturday. That looks pretty good. Megalon Megalon is rather oversized in the YMSF, so he should be maybe that tall. But it looks good overall. Next, let's size him up with Showa Gigan. This looks pretty good. I just wish, again, Titanosaurus would be taller. Yeah, this release of Titanosaurus is rather short. I've heard the Toy Dream Project one is a bit taller, but it's still a slight problem. But it's scaling. Who really cares about that? So yeah, my final thoughts. This is I'm gonna have to give this one a 4 out of 5. He has a few problems with scaling and just being kind of stubby in some parts, but he has a fantastic paint job, good articulation, and yeah, he has a pretty rich and unusual history. Sort of rich. I mean, he has a lot of appearances in the movie, but he never appeared again, which sucks. I really wish they would make him into more movies. But anyway, yeah, 4 out of 10, or 4 out of 5, sorry. So yeah, that's this Saturday's review. See you in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.